Well, it is time for yet another season of secondary income free money. As
Yeah,
Nick
baby.
Whitmer is back with me. Hey, pal, how are you?
I'm good, man. We made it. Football season's here.
Yeah,
Fall is in the air.
yeah.
Like before you know it, people with knitted sweaters and double-digit IQs will be snorting lines of pumpkin spice off their Ugg boots. I'm
Yeah,
ready, baby.
yeah.
And
Someone
then the
put it.
sad reality, the sad reality of our seasons, respective seasons, falling in the hands of Daniel Jones and Russell Wilson will sink in, and then we just have to rely on good old gambling, right?
Oh, isn't that the best? I saw someone put a funny little meme out that said, best way to catch a white girl, a pumpkin spice condom. Uh-oh, here goes
Ain't
Lamar
wrong.
deep. Yeah, I ain't wrong. Well, I decided to do a little bit of rebranding here, folks. So we are
Just
going
a
to
just,
see.
just a smidge.
Yeah. So Kevin Goatee, Nick Whitmer, stand-up comedians, podcasters, showrunners. We've done it all. Real fast. Let's talk about. You want to talk about last season, how we ended, or do we give a shit? I mean, do we do future plays
Uh,
as well?
we can do we could talk about the end of last season and well, I mean, last season I was 53% on the nose. Um, Sides and totals were my best, and props are my best by far. Parlays and teasers kind of took a shit, but we're going to rebound this year. We're going to be above 53%. I'm hoping my goal is 55, 60%, somewhere in that range. That's where I'm going for. We got a new logo. We got a new name. And we got a new season, man. We're here. We're doing it. We're going to be a little bit different. We're not going to go through every game like we did last year. We're going to go through, we're going to each give up five best bets for the week, and we'll tally them and keep track of them for the whole season. We'll put some fun segments in there, maybe a little bit of production value and everything like that. So I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the podcast. It's good to be back. And yeah. Do you want to go through? I don't have any futures really written down. I
Oh
don't
my
know
God,
any
I have
futures.
17 futures. Well, I'll hit them fast and furiously here as Derrick Henry's about to run in for the touchdown. Well, there's one of the four of my parlay. All right, first future, Josh Allen over 3,750 passing yards. Number two, Malik Neighbors, most wide receiver yards by a rookie. Pats under 4.5. I took it on the alt line. Raiders under 7.5. Took that on the alt line. Trey McBride over 4.5 touchdowns. Jaden Reed, excuse me, over 750 receiving yards. Green Bay over 9.5 wins. Derrick Henry, who just scored one already, over 10.5 touchdowns. Godwin over 925 passing yards. Giants under 6.5 wins. Deontay Johnson over 800 passing yards. Terry McLaurin over 925 receiving yards. Mark Andrews under 800 passing yards. Travis Kelce under 900 passing yards. Keenan Allen under 850 passing yards. Devon A. Shane over 750 rushing yards, and Anthony Richardson under 550 rushing yards. Excuse me. There you go. In lightning speed, I did all those futures. How about that? I'm good.
There you go. So we want to get into we'll start with a little fantasy football for the week. Start 'em, sit 'em. That's your cup of tea here, and then from there we'll go into some week one bets.
Let's start with this week. All right, I think this is the worst kept secret in the world. I did not see the Fall Guy and our buddy Ryan Gosling and his cutesy poo little face. His knockoff, though, one-time Super Bowl loser Jared Goff, $6,300 this week. I love him at home against the Rams. In a dome, we know how great he is against the dome. He's scored at least 20 fantasy points 16 times, including 10 with over 25. Revenge game is in play, but most importantly, the Rams no longer have Aaron Donald, Ernest Jones, and coordinator Raheem Morris. They also don't have their collective fucking minds as they want to give everybody free housing in that state and do a lot of other horrible ideas too. Jared Goff, $6,300. Take him. I like sleeper wise this week. Javonte Williams, running back, Denver, $5,900. Why? Two reasons. One, Seattle, number two in most fantasy points allowed to opposing running backs, but number one in homeless encampment uprisings in the center of that town. But you were number one. We're number one. All, Also, I have Bo Nix is going to be checking down a lot. Over 2.5 receptions. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Lastly, I have this guy, as I mentioned him as an over, but this week he's going to have some tough sledding. Deontay Johnson, $5,300. He's going to have Marshawn Lattimore travel with them. Saints, eighth fewest points allowed last year, allowed to wide receivers. They know he's the only thing on that offense with a heartbeat that is palatable. And I would stay away from Deontay Johnson this week. And I did the math. I think it's about 48.5 yards I need every week from him to go over my total. So those are the three fantasy uh, love, and don't love, or don't like, I should say. So that's what we've got in fantasy this week. Nick Whitmer.
All right, now into our next segment. We're going to call this Avoid Like the Plague.
Sure.
These are games that we will not be betting this week and maybe not even be watching this week. I'll start with mine. There's only one for me this week because it is week one. So everything, you kind of want to see storylines develop. You want to see even the bad teams. You want to see if they fix stuff. You want to see new coaches, new coordinators, new offenses, new quarterbacks, etc. But there is one game that is the Patriots and the Bengals. I'd rather watch Morbius. But first of all, betting on Burrow in September is like betting on Kenny Pickett to be your franchise quarterback. And believe me, I know the pain of both of those very well. The Patriots are atrocious. They literally are sacrificing Jacoby Brissett to like the football gods. They don't trust their offensive line not to give Drake May CTE with his second career start. So since 2005, teams favored by 7 or more week one are 12-23 against the spread, only 36%. Hard pass for me. I hope they don't even show this game on the red zone. It's the most popular survivor pick. It's the most popular teaser legs. That's just all red flags for me. I don't want to touch this game. I assume the Bengals will win. They'll either win by 48 or by 3. I don't know. I don't care. And no thanks.
I have the Bengals as one of my suicide plays for the week. I will also be teasing the living piss out of them. I would even almost consider dumping Skyline chili down my urethra before watching this game, though. My I don't give a flying fart game, I guess we should kind of keep it clean here, is I could care less about the Saints Panthers games. I'm going to be in Vegas, and I even see that game on one of the many billboards in the Circa swim pool on Sunday. I'm going to turn my back and go, today, no, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Not today. I refuse to watch that. I don't care. There's no reason why you want to watch the Saints and Panthers game. Even if you have money on it, just, a periodical update on the scroll at the bottom of the TV, that should be good enough. But I will not watch, not even under protest. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny. That's one of my on to the next segment. Best bets. We're gonna give out 5 apiece. The Carolina Panthers will be in mine. I won't tell you where. But do you want me to start off?
You know what? Why not? And ladies first, congratulations on your gender reassignment. You look fantastic.
Thank you, man. I'm going with the Chaz Bono, My best bet of the week, number one, is the Dallas Cowboys, Cleveland Browns, first half under 20.5.
Okay.
I trust Deshaun Watson with my sister before I trust him scoring points this game. Why did Watson sit the entire preseason? That's as dumb as not asking before taking your dick out. Dak Prescott didn't play in the preseason either. These are two good defenses. Browns are banged up, especially on the offensive line. I like the Cowboys defensive coordinator hire. I like the Cowboys defense. This first half has like 10-6 written all over it. Give me the first half under. Best bet of the week for me.
Best bet for yours truly. I have a lot I wrote down here. I'm probably going to steal one of yours, but what the hell? That's what friends do. I'm taking the Tennessee Titans plus 4.5. That line is now down to 3.5. So yeah, we're on the right side, I think. I want to know what world we live in where we're going to have a rookie quarterback lay 4.5 goddamn points his first start of the year. Are you out of your goddamn minds? No, thank you. I don't. Will Levis is going to be chucking that ball. We know that. I just don't think there's any way possible, shape, or form that you're going to have an offensive line that's a little bit in flux like the Bears. And then you can kiss this under right down the window because the Chiefs just scored an end around.
That's all right. I actually, in my handicap of this first half under that I also have in this game was that they're each going to score in their first possessions because that's what they do. Both of these teams score their first possessions all the time, but I think after the game will even out. So We'll
Good
see.
on
They're
you.
going to feel each other out process. That's a long end around. That's 20. Okay, that's only 21 yards. Yep, there you go. Wow. Who
That's
was that?
fast. Xavier Worthy, their first
Oh,
round pick,
wow.
the burner, and he proved it right there. Yeah, back
Yeah.
to that. I just Tennessee, the Caleb Williams. I mean, we've talked about rookie quarterbacks, and you're going to probably hear it all again today. Rookie quarterbacks on the road. Well, they're not. He's on the road, but it's just I don't know why I started giving that one. I do not trust rookie quarterbacks. It's something. Where did I have that stat? I'm going to stall for 1 second here. Where the fart is this? There we go. Rookie quarterbacks 5, 15, and 1 against the spread weeks 1 through 3. The first overall pick in week 1, 2, and 21 against the spread. Give me a break. Titans plus 4.5. That's way too many. I probably should have thrown more on it. I wish I did. Now I'm especially catching 4.5. Now it's on the 3.5.
Yeah, I took it at 4.5. I saw it was 3.5, so I didn't want to give it out at 3.5 when it was just a 4.5, but it might go back up. You never know. There will be some Caleb Williams Chicago love. I mean, Chicago bets with their heart, and most of the square bettors put in their bets on the weekend. So pay attention, try to get at least 4, but I like it at 4.5, but I got 4.5 as well. I love that bet.
Thank you.
My second best bet of the week, though, is the Carolina Panthers plus 4. Dave Tepper may be the new Daniel Snyder, but that's not stopping me. Divisional dogs, 37, 15, and 1 against the spread since 2014, covering by 5 points per game. I have as much confidence in the Saints as I do my DoorDash driver not to eat half my fries when I order McDonald's at 1 a.m. Derek Carr and Dennis Allen are a worse duo than RFK Jr. and karaoke. Please.
What are, who
Both.
you know you'd be a great karaoke duo that you mentioned that RFK Jr. and Patrick Mahomes, the froggiest of the froggies.
Oh, man. Uh, Dennis Allen and Derek Carr both well below 50% covering as favorites, especially when it's by more than a field goal. And let's be honest, Dennis Allen's going to lose his job before Joe Biden does. So give me the Panthers plus 4. I fucking love it.
Can we bet that? Can you bet if he gets out of the gets knocked out before Biden leaves office? That would be great.
He's got to.
Yeah,
First fired. I think that's a bet.
I think you can too. I have next best bet. I'm a teasing fool this week. I love teasing the aforementioned Dallas Cowboys along with the aforementioned Cincinnati Bengals. Who are the Cleveland Browns laying 2.5 with Watson at home, who's been rusty as all hell. He hasn't played. I mean, really? I know Dak stinks. I gave you that stat too. If I can find that, that would be nice. But it's something like 1-5 week 1. He's not good. But tease it up to plus 8.5. I don't see any problem with that. Here you go. Cleveland 6-2 straight up their last games played in September, but 2-16-1 straight up their last 19 played in week 1. Cleveland 6-2. I already said that. Sorry. Dallas 4-1 against the spread their last 5 in September. However, they are 1-4 against the spread their last 5. You give me 8.5 points, and then you bring the Bengals down to 1.5 against the hapless Pats against a rookie coach. Are you kidding me? I don't think so. Give me that teaser right now.
I love it. I teased the Cowboys as well, but not as this best bet. But that does lead me to this next best bet, which is just the Cowboys plus 2.5. Apologize for the noise here. 1 quick second.
Is that the kiddo?
Dallas plus, yeah, the kiddo just woke up, so I had to give her an iPad because I'm a great dad. The iPad, my daughter's stepdad. Uh, Cowboys plus 2.5. I don't understand why everybody's so down on Dallas. Like, why? Because they lost Tony Pollard and Tyron Smith, who's like 100 years old. They won 12 games back to back. Now, listen, am I going to bet them in the playoffs? Fuck no. But in the regular season, I mean, everybody remembers last week, week 1. I mean, sorry, you definitely remember the pummeling of the Giants, 40 to
I was
nothing.
there.
Yeah, Cowboys, they can come out to play sometimes, and I don't like the Browns. We talked about them before with my first half under. And other than rooting for Jerry Jones, or I like to call him the Calvin Candy of the NFL, what's not to like about Dallas this week? I mean, they got a good team. I mean, yes, they lost Tyron Smith, sure, but They drafted a tackle, and he's looked very good in the postseason, or sorry, the preseason. And running backs don't really matter. And granted, Tony Pollard doesn't really matter. So everybody freaking out about their running back situation is
He
like
stunk
they went,
last year. I had him in fantasy for
yeah.
Christ's sake. It was the worst 1,000-yard rushing season you could ever imagine.
You and I both had him over 1,000.5 yards, and we sweat that out. He got it in the last game. I think he got it by 5 yards, maybe.
Yeah.
Terrible season. So like we're
Terrible,
all
terrible
talking.
fantasy draft. I had him in fantasy. I can't
Yeah,
get my hair
everybody's
out.
talking about, oh my God, how are they going to replace or who's going to be the running back? Who's going to be the running back? Anybody's better than Tony Pollard. So I don't care that they didn't find a great running back. I think Dallas is the better team. I think I'm gonna be fading the Cleveland Browns this year. The Browns got incredibly lucky last year, playing a ton of backup quarterbacks. Their defense is very Jekyll and Hyde on the road. It's atrocious. At home, it's good. And I don't trust defenses year over year to continue to be great anyway. So give me the Cowboys plus 2.5. My third best bet of the week.
I don't know who needs to hear this except you. Well, obviously, you already know this, but your Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be a big old ball of sweaty, stinky asshole. As you said, Calvin Candy, you had my curiosity. 42.5 is the under of that game. I got it at 42.5. It's now 42, and I think it's dropping more than that because of the word of Russ's hamstring bulking up like Ciara long before their wedding night, asking Russ trying to get some ass over here. Where are the points going to come from? Russ is bulky. No communication. It sounds like you're the Steelers expert. Bad camp. It sounds like too. More importantly, though, where are my numbers? Awesome. I didn't cut and paste that like a dumb. Steelers. I know I had it somewhere. Post editing work. Here we go. Where the fuck is it? All right. I can't find it. Okay. The hell with it, as Bob Uecker said in Major League. But Steelers are the kings of the under. We're going to trust Kirk Cousins on a newly rehabbed leg or foot, I should say, with the it's ACL. What am I saying? What's wrong with me, Kevin? Yeah, I don't like that at all. I just have zero faith in the Steelers scoring with Russ 42.5. This game is 2017 best case scenario written all over it.
Yeah, and Russ re-aggravated the calf that he injured in the preseason, so it could be Justin Fields, which I like less than Russ. Even though the ESPN glazes Justin Fields anytime they get it's insane as a Steelers fan to watch like First Take and watch like Mike Greenberg just being acting like we have the second coming of Michael Vick or something as a second string, and it was like, how is he not starting? Because he's not good. Is Russ good? Probably not, but like he has a resume of at least at one time being good. Justin Fields has never been good. Anyway, I the under that sounds good, especially with the Russ re-aggravating the injury. My fourth best bet though, I'm taking one of your legs, going back to the Cowboys. I'm teasing the Cowboys with plus 8.5, except I'm pairing them with the Colts also up to 8.5. You heard my logic here on the Cowboys and also divisional dogs. We got a home divisional dog. People seem to forget that last year, I know that the Houston Texans were incredibly impressive in their playoff win, but they barely made the playoffs. And if the Colts didn't like drop a pass, the Colts would have knocked them out and they wouldn't even have made the playoffs. So these games are always close. This game, Colts and the Texans kind of feel like D2 Ravens Steelers. Like it's not the same intensity, it's not the same quality of play, but there's that same like this game's going to be close. Those are just teams who play each other close. I'm teasing it up to 8.5. I also bet the Colts plus 3 when it hit 3, and I think I have the Colts money line and the Panthers money line. These are just bonus bets. They're not my best bets. They're not going to count for the record on the show, but I'm bullish on the Panthers and the Colts this week, as well as the Cowboys. So take that teaser.
Yeah, and put it and stick it up your ass. Stick it up your ass. I did it all for the teaser. Yeah. Was that cute? Probably not. I'm going to take as a prop. You heard me talk about him before. Javonte Williams over 2.5 catches, or did I give that out already?
You did when you're doing the fantasy things, but that's that's different.
Yeah, I'm betting him over 2.5 catches. I'm betting him over 2.5 catches. I'm betting Brian Robinson over 1.5 catches. I'm betting DeAndre Swift over 1.5 catches of white women. I'm talking about. Thank you very much. No, because they have rookie quarterbacks throwing to them, and they'll be throwing off the dump off. I think those scream out. 2 catches for each of those guys. Yes, sir. line me up for those. For those are that's my next bet. So all those rookie quarterbacks, give me their catch, their running backs.
Nice. That was your fifth, or is that no? That was your fourth. My fifth.
Right.
My fifth and final best bet of the week is Kirk Cousins under 243 and a half pass yards. You mentioned it before. This guy like stepped on a landmine last year, like week 6, completely ruptured his Achilles. Achilles, that by the way, it's his back foot, so it's the foot that he has to plant on before throwing. And then the dude's 36 years old, and it's just supposed to be fine. Like no one's mentioning this. Everybody's picking the Falcons to beat the Steelers. Everybody's expecting an explosive offense. Kirk Cousins is a creature of habit. He is a guy who likes his routines. This guy hasn't played football and since week 5 or week 6 of last season. He hasn't played in the preseason. He's just practiced. That's all he's done. So this guy's going to come and play the Steelers defense and throw up a bunch of yards? I don't think so. I'll take the under 243 and a half pass yards as my fifth and final best bet.
Hmm. I have another teaser leg I think like to throw at you if you don't mind. I think I'm going to throw out there. God, I like Seattle at home against the Denver Broncos. I think 6. I
I
might
do
even take.
too. I do too.
I think I may even take that straight minus the 6 as well as the teaser leg. Again, a rookie quarterback in that stadium. Are you kidding me? That's no thanks. I don't care how well he's looking in camp. No thanks. I think those are great teaser legs. I'm going to throw one out there and just be just to have a little bit of a wild one here for my fifth one. I'm taking the New York Giants money line. God damn it. I have them under 6.5 wins. I think this is one they do get. Minnesota used to kick they still have actually 4-1 straight up against us. The Giants, of course, I'm talking about, but they're 0-4-2 their last 6 against the spread. The under has happened 4 out of 5 if you're going to play that against the Giants on the road in New York. 0-6-2 the Vikings are against the NFC East. Also, the Vikings 0-4-1 against the spread their last 5 in September. And I know it's a new quarterback, and if not now, when for the Giants? I think they can win this game. Sam Darnold stinks. That defense, Minnesota, it's not scaring anybody. The Giants have to worry about one player and one player only, and that's Justin Jefferson. So they can roll coverage. They can do what they can. There's no one else on that receiving core that's scared. Jordan Addison, I guess I thought he was going to get suspended. He didn't. He's a burner. No real running game. Aaron Jones, really? It's, again, another, so what? I think the Giants can win this game. The number is, I think, 1.5. I'll just take the money line and the percentage points in the end.
Yeah, it's a game I'm kind of confounded by because I heard the sharps were all over the Vikings, and I was like, that's surprising. But then I also heard some of the sharps were on the Giants. I'm staying away from that one. I guess if I had to take a gun to the head, is it still plus 1.5? I would tease them up to 7.5.
Yeah, I'm
But
teasing them. I'm teasing them as
yeah,
well too. But that's my
yeah,
fifth bet. We take a money line on them.
yeah. I like Minnesota's weapons. I like their offensive line. I like their defensive coordinator. I think Minnesota has a lot of good in place, but Sam Darnold is a question mark, and I think Sam Darnold can be okay, like a manageable quarterback, but I don't know week 1 on the road if that's the time I want to think about backing to Darnold. So I'm going to wait and see with the Vikings. I do have some optimism that they could be competitive this year, and I'm hoping to get them catching points later on, but I'm not taking them as a road favorite, and I don't trust the Giants. I like Dayball, but I don't trust them, the Giants, especially Daniel Jones. I mean, there's all these stories about they're already looking at all these quarterback prospects for next year's draft, and it's like not even a game has been played. And granted, like of course they should be doing that, but when the stories start coming out and people are talking about it, I don't know, it makes me nervous. And Daniel Jones looked so terrible last year before he got hurt, so I don't know. That's a stay away from me. But yeah, like that's we got our 5 best bets in for the week. We got our avoid like the plague. We got our start 'em sit 'em. You gave out some futures. I'll give out one of the futures that I gave out, or that I picked because I didn't do many this year. I took the Seattle Seahawks over 7.5 wins. I don't know if that number is still current, so if it's not, I apologize. 7.5 is my buy price too, so if it has gone up, I'm sorry, you missed it. But I like the Seattle. I like the Seahawks. Really like the pieces coaching wise that they added. I like the schemes. I'm excited for him this year to be one of those sleep teams. And it might be bad if you want to put a little bit of money on a long shot to win a division, the Seahawks, because we know the 49ers are going to take a step back. The Rams lost a lot on defense and their defensive coordinator, and Arizona's just always been shitty. So Seattle could be a sneaky value bet for the division, but I did not bet that. I just bet they're over 7.5 wins.
Got it. All right. Our free meeting ends in 10 minutes.
Oh, there we go.
What's
Look at
next on the
us.
agenda, Nick?
Hey, RJ Bell, take notes. You can you can be concise. I guess we could, if you want to do a few more of this week's bonus bets. I did give out a few there earlier with the Colts money line and the Panthers money line. I
Mhm.
also have the Cowboys money line. And if you want to do a sneak little underdog parlay,
Yeah, I got
Colts Panthers plus 545.
okay.
Ooh. I mean, I don't know if those odds are probably not still the same because I think some of those lines moved, but Panthers Colts money line underdog parlay. Put a little bit of money on that, maybe like a quarter, half unit, because home divisional dogs have an outright winning record week one. So
Say that five
it's
times
like
so fast, Jeff
30.
Paul.
Yeah, yeah, right. 30, 28, and 3, I believe, is the record. So I like these. I like both of those home divisional dogs, or not. I don't think Panthers on home, but divisional dogs. Money line parlay.
I have a few more. I took the Eagles under 24 and a half first half tomorrow. That game's in Sao Paulo in altitude on a soccer field. Who knows how well
Yeah.
that field is going to hold up. I'm probably going to
Yep.
tease the Packers and the under to kind of make that a same game teaser. And again, I'll watch that to wait to see how it is before I go down to the sports book. I cannot wait to be in Vegas in less than 24 hours. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And,
buddy.
and bet that. I'm still intrigued by Tampa Bay. I know I went to 3.5. Damn it! I wish I was gonna wait because I wanted to get there, put that ticket in Vegas. I didn't. Now it's 3.5. I may just have to end up money line it, but I don't say the hell with it. Swallow the 3.5 because again, they're at home against a rookie quarterback. I can't ignore that trend. The Colts, I'm with
The,
you on +3. I agree with you on that.
the Bucks, that was one of the games I circled because Todd Bowles versus a rookie quarterback jumped out at me as a big mismatch. You know, having a guy like that who throws a bunch of blitzes, that could really confuse. But it went to three. It was 3.5, and I was toying with it. And then it went down to 3. But then I was listening, and apparently the Bucks were like one of the luckiest teams in the league last year. And then everybody's high on Jane Daniels, and then I heard people giving out Washington +3, and I just stayed away. If it gets back to 3, I might tinker with it. We'll see. But
Fumble.
I do Ravens fumble.
Yeah. And the
Beautiful.
Chiefs have it. Oh, that's gonna
That's
stink for our
beautiful.
under. No, it's gonna stink
Uh,
for our under. What we have 24 and a half on that. All right. What do I have on that? I think it's 24 and a
I
half.
have 23.5 first half under in this game.
Did I have that? I got in the alt line. That's why 24 and a half. Okay. Um,
Oh, Lamar.
I got that yanked right out of his hand. Okay. So Green Bay under first half. The teaser, Green Bay in the under. I'll be hitting that for sure tomorrow. Indy, I'm with you on that, as I had said. Seattle, the -6, I like. I think I mentioned that too. I'm missing a couple here. Cincy, I have 3 different legs. That's for sure. And that is, oh, I may take here's some number for Todd Bowles, by the way. Again, under the if not now, when. Todd Bowles in week 1, 5-1 in week 1, 4-2 in week 2. After that, it's a quagmire for against the spread for him. So I think that the Tampa Bay play could be the one. And I again, Cincy Colts, Cincy Giants, Cincy Dallas. I may do Seattle and Buffalo, as I think Buffalo should win that game outright. Obviously, they could get the back door hit by them, but that's that. And that's going to do it really for me.
Yeah, Titans +4.5. You mentioned
Yep.
Chiefs -2.5. If we're going to cover tonight's game,
Yep.
which doesn't do anybody any good, but Colts +3, Panthers +4, Cowboys +2.5. I do have the same first half unders tonight and tomorrow. Green Bay, Philly under 24.5. I do have Lamar Jackson under 223.5 tonight.
I do too.
Cousins under
220. Yeah.
243. I did pick Deontay Johnson's over 4.5 receptions, and I'm regretting it because one, you made a good point about Lattimore, but two, I was assuming that he would play the way he played in Pittsburgh last year, which was the slot, getting a bunch of bubble screens, getting a bunch of quick. But apparently they're moving him to X this year, so he's going to be like the downfield guy, which he's really good at. But 5 receptions is a lot for an X guy, so I might be buying out of that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
those are the rest that I have.
Here's one more I may take too. It depends on how drunk I am and how I do at the tables and how I do at the bets. I may take the Jets plus 4.5. More fun facts. The Super Bowl
Yeah.
loser from week 1 is 5-19 against the spread in week 1. Aaron Rodgers has won 10 straight on Monday Night Football. I don't know. Dogs on Monday Night Football since week 1 of 1998, 29, 12, and 1. Greenlaw out for the Niners. Their left and right guards are also banged up. I think plus 4.5. That's a really sweet number. So be on the look for that.
Yeah. For me, I just want to see what Aaron Rodgers looks like. I'm assuming he's going to be at least serviceable, but after last year, he looked. I know it was 4 snaps, but like he looked like a deer in the headlights every one of those 4 snaps, and then had a very bad injury. They did shore up the offensive line theoretically. Uh, Week 1, San Francisco got their guys back, but how ready are they to play? I don't know. That's one of the ones I want to watch. I want to see before I bet money.
Well, I
But yeah,
have
I get it.
Garrett Wilson and I have Brees Hall on my fantasy team, so I'm kind of vested. By the way, if you're watching the Chiefs game right now, they showed the Chiefs offensive rookie having a pet alligator, showing that he's in fact truly white trash.
Is that Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, I'll pass. You might as well tell me like how could you tell me that you sell samurai swords at a flea market out of the back of a van other than that? Oh Christ. All right. I don't have anything
All
else, Nick
right.
Whitmer. How about you? Is that it?
That's it, buddy. We're good. That's week
Oh,
one.
nice.
Next week we're gonna beef up the segments a little bit, add some more comedy, and yeah, we're excited about the season. And good luck to you guys. We'll see you at the window.
See you
Hey,
at the window.
enjoy Vegas, my friend.
I will, buddy. Thank you.